Hey guys, I'm back from a long. I was suffering, y'all.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't even want to hear you. You going back, so I don't want to hear
Yo,
that
listen, guys. I've been suffering for a couple of days now, and I'm back now. I made it back in one piece. I almost got killed out there, boy. But we'll talk about that later. How you been, AP? How you been?
I've been cool. Shot's been gone for 3 weeks. I haven't had anyone give me a headache. He calls me every day though, so that's been a headache through the phone.
You try to show your appreciation, and this is what you get.
And you're not speaking loud
Shade.
enough.
Wow, now I'm not speaking loud enough. Dang, you know what you want from me.
It doesn't know what it wants from you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, appreciation, sure.
Just hop into this B.
But yeah.
So today I want to talk about just art overall.
Oh yeah, the artistry, the art world.
So your art, what do you call it again?
What do you mean?
Like the kind of art you do?
Portraiture? I don't know what kind of figure. I don't know what you're asking me.
Yeah, kind of like cause like my art is just dancing. That's
okay.
my art.
I'm a painter.
You don't draw stick figures and stuff?
Not stick figures. No, I draw bodies. I draw faces.
Oh.
I draw everything. I draw everything. I don't know what. That's why I don't.
So I guess your type of art is just drawing art.
Yes.
Like, yeah,
drawing and painting.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Because when I say artist, it's what people like. Rappers are artists, right? Or content creators are considered artists now, and stuff like that. So they're just clarifying for people because it's such a big umbrella. But so what's it like being an artist, yo?
What is it like being an artist?
Because in my head, an artist is someone that like drinks coffee all day,
right,
and like don't wear clean clothes, and like vegans and like and again, I'm being stereotypical on purpose. Like I don't actually. Okay. Okay. Well,
no, keep giving. No,
I have learned
tell us
to not stereotype nobody. Okay, I've learned that. I'm giving my own stereotypical view of artists, how I imagine y'all.
Go ahead.
Y'all hippies,
okay,
potheads, everything is art. Like you'll be eating, get inspiration, and start drawing whenever you're there. You know what I mean? Like, and of course, like long hair, like long hair guys is always considered artists.
Right.
What else? That's it, really, and just like, just colorful for no reason, or like it's either colorful or a lot of brown. Like, one or the other.
I see that.
Yeah, y'all don't wear black like that. Definitely not black. I would say brown. Like I said, it's my own stereotype of artist.
Oh, and I happen to be wearing my shirt. So definitely do art.
Oh, that's crazy.
Your stereotypes.
Yeah. So, what is an artist? What's an artist actually like?
What is an artist actually like?
Oh, and this is a stereotype that y'all broke. For a while, I believed that. But now I understand that's not what it is.
So for an artist, I can only speak from my experience. I can't speak for all artists. So a lot of what you said is correct. You see? I take it back. Some of what you said, some of it applies to me. Some of it applies to the artists that I know and all that jazz. What is it like being an artist? I guess it's very different there's like the artist that's in business, artists who like do it for money. There's artists who do it for fun. And then there's artists who like are out and about in the actual art world, putting lines on paper and selling it for millions of dollars. So, I mean, I can't, I don't fit that one, as we know. I'm like, so day in the life of me. So it's pretty laid back. I wish I could find inspiration on everything, like just be eating and be like, oh, fuck, the editing, and be like, oh my God, an idea, I need to go and no, I don't hate like that. Especially as of late, I think after the pandemic, definitely like we're all in a I'm trying not to curse, guys.
She's doing a terrible job.
It was only twice that I remember.
Okay.
What is it? Yeah, day in the life is pretty laid back. We're all the artists are all in a rut right now, or it's getting better, I guess. Finding ideas, just staying inspired, I guess, because everyone is depressed. And, you know, there's like that whole, stereotype that, you know, you create work from our pain and all that jazz, which is true. But when you don't want to do nothing, you don't want to do nothing. But yeah, like I guess day in my life is pretty laid back. I wake up whenever I want. I try to wake up as early as I can. Exercise, get some sun, and then never step outside again after that. I spend a lot of time researching ideas and looking at other people's art and just like, I guess creating. Other than that, going to bed late. I don't drink coffee, so that does not apply to me. I happen to be vegan. I'm not a vegan because I'm an artist. I'm not okay. Not colorful. I wear mostly black.
No, but when you dress up, you wear like not normal colors. You know what I mean?
Okay. Then yeah, I guess I don't observe myself like that. But yes. What else? So I had my clothes. All my clothes have paint on them, so I'm wearing painted pants right now. They're all dirty, but like clean, just dirty with paint. I think that's very different.
So like I do got one question though. So like you know how Haitian parents when you say you want to be an artist, they be like, get artist.
Yes.
You want to be broke forever?
Oh, the Caribbean.
See, in the Haitian culture, if you're not an engineer, lawyer, or doctor, they don't want to hear it.
Well, I will say, so when I first started school, I think I talked about this already, but I first started school and I started going in for zoology because I was like,
you did try to go for animal.
Yeah, I tried to go for like animal doctor side of things because they wanted me to be, or my mom wanted me to be a doctor for people, though she knows my whole life, like I don't like people. So I already knew. I was like, all right, cool. Went to school. Chemistry wasn't cutting it. It just wasn't. I just didn't feel it in my spirit. I was like, how the hell do people do this for 4 years? That's crazy. So I ended up switching up my major. It was strongly suggested by my advisor. It's really funny.
Strongly suggested. I love that word.
She was like, because I think I was failing chem. Like all the science classes, I did great in biology, but the chem and calculus.
It's still going.
Mm-hmm. The chem and calculus, like I got just the bare minimum to pass the class. And so she was like, you know, I think you should look into something else.
She said, yo, this not your cup of tea.
She was like, is there anything else you like to do? I was like, well, I like to do art, but I didn't go in for art because everyone around me was like, artists don't make money. We all gonna be broke. We gonna starve and all that jazz. Yep. So I didn't go into it. So I was like, well, I like art, but there's no money in it. And then I ended up talking to the art advisor, and she was pretty cool. So I ended up like switching that same day, and right after fell into a pit of panic because I was like, what am I gonna do? But then I was like, you know what? It's all good. It's all good. So I did feel better in the art classes. Like the vibes were a lot better. Like I honestly, personally feel like I could never, or like, how can I say this? Never felt it in my body to stay up all night working on math problems, but I could stay up several nights working on a painting. So that's the way I looked at it, and I was like, all right, this is where I'm supposed to be, that sort of thing. I remember 5 days. I was up for 5 days working on a painting. It was intense. I don't know how I did it, and I know I can't do it anymore. My body is not meant for that, but that was the longest like stream of all-nighters I've ever done. I remember when I had to present, my professor asked me questions. I didn't realize how much of an effect it took on me. So she was asking me questions I couldn't answer her. She was like, so what is this piece about? I was like, what are you asking? I didn't understand. I was just like, huh?
Is that how out of it you was?
Yeah.
You couldn't function?
I could not function.
Dang,
like I was even like I was going to work and everything. I think the way I was able to do it was because so I don't know if this is all for all artists, but I mainly stay in my room. Like I don't leave, right? So I had no sense of time because my windows were always shut, so it stayed the same amount of light.
I know what you mean. Yeah, like you don't feel like day and night.
I think that's the way I was able to stay up. Fuck I did. Yeah, what am I talking about? I like branched off.
You were talking. Wow, you got so into it. Your delirium came back.
I was like, what was the point of this? Oh yeah, I switched my major. And then shortly became a business. Like I started painting on backpacks for people. So that's the way.
Oh, that's lit.
Yeah, that's the way I like paid for my life my sophomore and junior year. And then people asked me for on grad caps, so I started doing that on grad caps. So what is the point? The point I'm trying to get at is my mom was upset that I switched my major to art because she was like, so what are you gonna do? I was like,
draw. Nigga.
We're gonna figure it out. I have no idea what we're gonna do.
I'm about to draw this paycheck, boy.
And then when I started making money, she left me alone. She was like, oh wow, you're getting business, because this was like around the time I didn't intend for it to be like a huge thing, but it's like it started to become overwhelming. So I was grateful. I was like, oh wow, a lot of people like my art and they want me to do this. That's crazy. And I was getting a lot of money from it. And I got a better business mindset like my senior year. And then even like 2 years after, I lied, a year after that, it kept going. And then pandemic hit. No one was graduating and art wasn't a priority anymore. Yeah, and I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. So I wasn't creating. Like I actually went on like a 6-month hiatus because I was like, I can't create. Like it's not coming out.
Kind of like poop.
Yeah, or like not coming out. Like
you were artly constipated. You got your
That was art. You said artly.
Artly constipated.
Artly constipated.
Shirt,
yes.
Bro. Artly
yes.
constipated.
A time that was. But we recently. What?
An art edema.
I wish I knew where to find one.
You should put in your ear or something like.
In my. But yeah, like I only recently started really painting again and actually really liking it. Completely changed my style, so it's all good. We're doing good. Did I answer your question?
I forgot what my question was.
It was basically like the stereotypes of the artist.
So would you say then that stereotype of y'all making money is stupid?
Of not making money?
Yeah.
It is stupid because there is money to be made everywhere. I guess it really depends on what you want to. Because part of the thing that made me stop creating was like, I didn't want to commercialize my work anymore. Like as in make prints of my work. It wasn't like, it was no longer like unique. It became more like pop art, like
kind of like what's the, I understand about it's like when something becomes industry product-y. It wasn't like mass production.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what my art became, and I was like, I don't even vibe with this anymore. Like I'm just creating it for people. Like I didn't like it anymore, and I was like, well, what do I like? I guess that's where the spiral started, because I was like, I don't know, because I was creating for other people for so long, and then I was like, I don't know what AP likes, and so yeah.
That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember I tried to be an artist at some point when I was like 8.
How did that happen?
Yeah.
Or what happened after
that? So I tried, remember Cartoon Network?
Yeah.
They had like a drawing contest, right?
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. And I was like, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Artist, that's not that hard. I can draw some lines.
Yeah.
Dog. I drew the ugliest thing in my life, and I was so embarrassed, and I was like, I'm trash at art. And I realized later on.
At 8 years old?
Yeah, bro. I went through a crisis. I hate myself. I'm like, I can't draw. And I realized later on part of the reason why I couldn't draw was because the perspective thing. I didn't have glasses yet. Okay. So like I realized when I was like, I think 11, when I was 10, I had an eye problem. I had a vision problem. Okay. And that vision problem affected how I drew. Okay. So like pretty much I have a astigma in one eye. Mm-hmm. What that means is I have one good eye, one bad eye. So I can see really good at one eye. I can like shoot somebody miles away. My other eye, I'm like legally blind.
Gotcha.
So like what that does is it creates a perception, especially when you're young, you're not like aware of it. Mm-hmm. So when I'm drawing, when I make a line, it wasn't how I perceived it in my brain. It wouldn't come out how I perceived it in my brain. And I looked at the paper. Mm-hmm. And part of that was because where something was located wasn't actually where it was located. Mm-hmm. So my brain had to so if I drew a line, it wouldn't be where I thought it should be. Mm-hmm. And I was confused why that was happening. Mm-hmm. And then soccer is another example too. When I played soccer, sometimes I'll miss kicking the ball. Mm-hmm. I think the ball's on the left, but the ball's actually an inch or two to the right, caused me to kick the ball in a weird way, not what I expected.
Understood.
That's why I kind of kicked with like a very wide foot. I'm getting technical now.
It's all good. Let us know.
Yeah, so essentially that affected my art, and I never knew that. But when I discovered the issue, then I realized, oh, explains a lot of why like I might like miss something if I try to grab it or something like that. And then, of course, as you get older, you adjust to it. And then when I wear glasses and take them off, it was messy with me. Like the adjustment and the non-adjustment back and forth, I wasn't used to all the time. So that affected my art for quite a bit of time. Yeah. So that's kind of probably the reason why they picked my artist. I think that's a big thing. Is my vision problem. Yeah, and then I also hard on myself. When I do something and it wasn't like amazing, I was like, man, book this.
It takes time, bro.
Yeah, I don't have patience for that, bro.
It like you just gotta do it all the time. All the time, you just gotta do it.
So
all the
that
time.
was my art journey.
You're so funny.
Art journey.
Why did you stop?
I
Even
told
after you got
you.
the glasses.
Cause I told you when I took my glasses off, it like back and forth. I had to readjust a lot and stuff like that.
Keep them on to draw.
But then I took them off for sports because I was doing sports a lot.
Okay.
So the readjusting was just annoying.
And you just said.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, I don't got time for this. Yeah,
Okay.
and I was young, so you know, I don't got
You're so
patience like
funny.
that as a kid. Like, what kids like, I'm gonna be an artist, and if they're not already good at it, they're not gonna. You know what I mean? That's how kids are.
Me?
Yeah.
I guess I just was never out or externally hard on myself like that. Like the way I started was like my cousin Andre. He started drawing, or he was drawing, and I was like, I want to do that. So I started drawing, but nothing. I guess I didn't have that voice or the part of my head that's like, that's trash.
Yeah, bro. I was. So
I
hard
just
on
kept
myself.
going. I don't know. I always replicated other like things that I saw, draw things that I saw in real life. I'd be like, well, I mean, it looks like it. And then I think part of the issue is like discovering things that can make it better, right? So for the longest time, I've always been into like drawing realism, and my work.
What's realism? Hold on, you throwing
Exactly
out
what
words.
it sounds like. Realism, like exactly like if I'm to draw this mic, exactly the way it looks.
Oh,
realism.
okay.
Or like your face, realism, like your
Nah, my face fake.
fake. Is it?
This thing is hot. Let me stop. I was feeling myself. I'm sorry, guys.
Right. Okay. But yeah, like I was really into learning how to do realism, but all my work was always flat, right? And
What do you mean by
how do I
flat?
explain this?
What do you mean by
So,
flat?
Realism is 3D, right? Like flat would be like 2D. So
Okay.
a stick figure would be flat,
Okay.
right? Or like I'm a visual learner. I'm a visual teacher. I can't like if I were to draw that mouse, right? If you try to bear with me, just drawing the outside lines of the mouse would make it flat on paper,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So when you add the color and the right amount of darkness,
Oh, the
makes
shading.
the depth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I got you.
So yeah, like I didn't know shading. So when Andre would look at my work, he'd be like, you could try shading. And I was like, what's that? And then he would show me, and it would automatically start coming off the page. That sort of thing. So like I think you just gotta learn things as you go. Like I didn't know the technical terms for things, but I just
Yeah.
understood like visually something needs to look different here.
Yeah.
Right. And as I went on, it's like, try some color, try like different pencils and stuff like that. So I think over time you just have to.
I guess it is a lot of practice, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I think it's easier now. I don't want to say I didn't have access to YouTube before, but I wasn't thinking about YouTube before. I wasn't thinking about looking at stuff online. I was just doing. So you could literally how to shade or how to make my drawing look better. And there's a whole bunch of blogs and stuff. I'm telling you how to make your stuff
By the
look
time
better.
that was available, I lost interest
You're
years
so
ago.
funny.
I was like, bump this.
You're so funny.
Yeah. So
It's very interesting. I don't know. I think it's very interesting to watch people who didn't know how to draw all of a sudden know how to draw. It's really
right?
interesting.
I mean, that's why I get so mad. I'm like, how do y'all wake up and just do this?
It's so funny.
You know, I don't know, but I guess I've always been jealous of artists, always, my whole life. I'm like, these out here drawing me on paper,
Yeah.
jealous. Just-
It's not that bad. Color is easier, I think, because you see like the different planes of things in color better than you do in shapes.
Oh, you mean like 3D, 3D? Oh, those planes. Okay, I was like, what planes are you
That
talking
was
about?
mathematical.
Yeah, that's how I was like, oh, that's why it hit me. I'm like, oh, she's like 3D plane,
Yes.
2D plane. I was like, okay, gotcha. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of lit. Yeah, man. I can never art.
You can. I don't know who's gonna teach you, but I think
God gonna teach me. God, that dude's an amazing artist. He made. Let me stop.
I said I don't know who because I tried to teach him and it wasn't a fun experience.
It really, I had fun. Oh, actually, I was a little annoyed with myself. I was mad at myself.
He was mad at himself and projecting it onto me.
That is not what happened.
I don't respond well to that.
Wow. No, but then we realized because how I learn art is different than how you learn art.
Yes, we did learn that. Yes.
Yeah, like that's the thing too. If you want to get into art, I learned that it is a lot on how you learn art. Cause I'm a math guy, and like I needed like a base. This girl can draw without the base. I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
Well, he didn't voice that to me.
I didn't know how to voice it. I'm sorry.
I told him to just start drawing so I can observe the way he draws.
Yeah, I was pissed.
And he was very annoyed.
Yeah.
I just said, do it. And like it would help me assess how I should go about it. And he was just like...
Yeah, I was just screaming. I went off.
Yeah.
But it was funny. I definitely want to learn how to draw at some point in my life. Okay. Probably not next year either.
You're so funny. We could try painting.
You got me bumped up. If
what?
You think
painting is easier.
Oh heck no!
It is.
Have you seen the Mona Lisa?
It's also like
if I painted Mona Lisa, it would look like a dog went crazy on a paintbrush.
Okay. It's also like quick gratification. Like as soon as you start putting colors down, it starts to look like something. Okay.
I can't wait to paint and she'll see how horrible I am and she'll be like, wow, you were not kidding.
I think you just don't have the right knowledge. And I could give the right knowledge and we can do it. Okay. All right.
No, I'm just saying, other questions if I become Picasso out here, y'all gonna be tripping.
Exactly. Exactly. I'll be like, I taught that man.
Yeah. I'll be getting my award. I learned from that girl. She didn't teach me nothing. I'm so creative.
That is interesting. I would walk on that stage. Walk up on that stage. You didn't learn what? You didn't learn from who?
Oh my god. Take full credit on all my skills.
Really?
I'll be like, I have the glasses and everything. I'll be like, I was born like this. Sipping my coffee.
Me in the back. I object.
Eating my vegan cookies.
Right. Anyway, you'd never go vegan.
Hell no. I wouldn't last a day as a vegan.
I think you would.
The longest I lasted as a vegan was 5 minutes.
What was that?
Wait, what?
What was that? Like, what were you doing? Or what? Like,
I was like, I remember, so I went to church one day and they were like preaching, 7 days, be like, oh, whatever, yada, 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 meat this, meat that, meat's evil.
Right.
I'm like, okay, I can try some vegetarian.
Evil?
Okay, let's not get too deep into that.
Okay.
But yeah, a lot of 7 days. I'm not 7 day anymore either. Mm-hmm. By the time my family sees this, we can talk about this later and why I'm not 7 day anymore. If you don't know what 7 day is, 7 day is Seventh-day Adventist Christian. It's a religion essentially that I no longer associate with. In particular for reasons, stuff like that. But in that church, there was a movement around like 2000, like 15, 14, 12, where a lot of the girls started to like not eat meat and go vegetarian and vegan and stuff. So when I was trying to be vegan vegetarian, it was like that day after the pastor preached, and I was like, you know what, I can try this. Like, it's holy and stuff. And then in the cafeteria, they were serving some vegan food, right? And then I ate that, and I was like, this is horrible. I can't. It was like fake meat or something, and like. And I'm like, it was nasty. It was too salty. It was disgusting. It looked like real meat. I was excited, like, oh, okay, I can do this. Right. I ate that. I was like, yo, this is not chicken.
So you can't have one bad experience and be like, I can't do this.
Well, welcome to humanity.
A good cook.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that vegan food was nasty. It was salty. That thing was solid, bro. Oh my gosh. And I've seen like hot dogs that were vegan hot dogs, and then like I saw them turn green in the freezer, and I was like, "This is nasty." I can't. I just can't, bro. I can't. And meat tastes too good. Like that steak hits different, bro. After a long day of work, eat a steak, boy, I'm out. I come home, eat a salad. It'll hit the same.
Who's eating salad? Find something else. There are different alternatives of meat. Learn to cook, bro.
I know I can cook meat.
Learn to cook anything else. So you're not just eating salads.
And then I really don't like tofu. That's a big thing too. I don't like tofu. So yeah, but enough about the vegan
You
stuff.
probably had badly cooked.
Yes, I had horrible gelatin gooey
Yeah,
clay
ew,
tofu.
that's the worst kind.
Yeah, that shit
That's the
nasty.
worst kind.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I can
man,
understand.
horrible
You're so
stuff.
fun. You don't hate tofu, you hate that tofu.
See, this is how vegans get you, bro.
I'm telling you, because people say that it's because of the food doesn't taste good. It's because you had the wrong person cook the food.
Okay, I can back that.
Yeah.
I can back that. Okay, what were we talking about again? I forgot. How we get
Our life and artists. You were saying. You would take credit for learning all your skills. And you'd be eating your vegan cookies.
We were heavy off for vegan cookies. Yeah, I lasted 5 minutes being vegan. I was like, never in my life. But I saw a commercial with like a cheeseburger. I was like, yo, FD, this is done. Never, yep, can't do it. But yeah, that's crazy though. Artistry, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think artists, especially, are very amazing people. You know what I mean? I think they very undercredited. The stereotype is stupid, especially with Haitians. I just feel like as an artist, you really do have to understand business though. You gotta.
I didn't finish
understand
answering
business.
that question.
Oh, go ahead.
As the question you asked, do I find artists not making money stupid? Because there's money everywhere. You can make money teaching. You can make money selling your original work. You can make money through making prints. You can make money doing stuff for other people. If you like people or have someone to do the customer service aspect for you,
that's a very big part.
That's a customer service. You have to have a certain level. So for art, I have all the patience in the world.
This girl is like praying as she's talking.
For art, for learning anything, I have all the patience in the world.
Yeah.
When it comes to people, I think that's a whole other category of patience that is required. If you love people, do it. Like, it's great. If you don't like people, I suggest you get an assistant or keep it strictly digital, because some people, they give their phone numbers so they can talk to. No, I don't do that. No. Don't text don't text me, don't call me. Hit me up on Instagram, email me, go on my website, do what you gotta do. Because I want to be able to completely separate myself from you. If you say some I have a page on Instagram called Why Are People Like This? And this is where I talk. This is where I talk about all the clients that piss me off. This is where I vent. It's a great time. It is. It's really funny. I have some people who follow me and they actually laugh and stuff. And because they see I'm not crazy. Like, I'm not there like I hate people, so therefore if you say everything and anything, I hate you. No, it's those people. It's how they say things, what they say, and like they're clear. They're clearly like delusional. There was one. We're not talking about. Okay, actually, yeah, we could talk about this. We can talk about this because this is a learning lesson or a learning experience. So this lady, she hit me up a couple of years ago to do a portrait for her. And I think she might have like ghosted me after I gave her a price. I think that might have been what happened. Or she was like, I'll get back to you later. Something. And then this year she hit me up twice. She hit me up earlier, like in April. I think that might have been when I was like, I'm done doing commissions because people are like, I hate them. That's when I was done doing commissions. She hit me up. She was like, so I see you stopped doing commissions. Would you be able to? That's like strike one with me.
Oh my goodness.
You said it yourself that I said I'm done with commissions. I put it on my website. I put it on all my Instagram pages because I have a page for my grad caps and I have just my regular art page for everything else. You saw it on all those pages. You saw it on my website. You mentioned it to me, and you go ahead and ask me anyway for something.
She was desperate,
I was like, nah, sorry. No, sorry. It's still closed. And then she hit me up. I don't think like mentioning time is good because we're like behind, but like months later, and she was like, yeah, I noticed nothing has changed on your thing. Are you still taking commissions? I was like,
she was patient.
I was like, lady. But this was around the time that I was like, maybe I should try to get back into it. Speaking of which, I've decided to get back into doing commissions because it's the only way that I'm going to be able to afford moving out.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I know how that. Yep, I agree. That's why I'm on the truck again.
That is something different. We're not, like that is completely different. But yeah, and I was like, you know what? Let me answer her anyway. I was like, yeah, it says I'm not doing commissions anymore, but like, tell me like what you want, because if it's something like a portrait, it's something easy, like bam, boom, I'm done. All right, we're out of here. And so she was like, yeah, I want this portrait of my grandmother, and I want it done by so and so. And I was like, all right, cool. Here are my prices. I had to really like go back and look up what my prices were, because I haven't done it in months, almost a year, I think. And so I was like, yeah, here are my prices, and like here are the different options like for sizes, because my prices are different for sizes of canvases and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, would you take 200 for this instead? First of all, here.
Okay, this girl, your fingers.
I've changed so much, and I'm so proud of myself, because I do. As soon as I saw that message, rage had like flooded my body, and I was like, huh? I'm confused. I had to.
Wow.
First of all, who are you talking to? But
she had to double check that message. What?
But I have changed and grown and had quickly dispersed the fire, and I was like, all right. First of all, lady. I tried to help her understand, because usually I just be like, kick rocks. But
wow.
But this time I helped her understand. I was like, the same way you wouldn't go into I was about to curse again, a store and ask them to lower the price. You're not gonna go ask an artist, someone who's doing the thing by hand and everything, to lower the price. I'm sure you wouldn't want to go into look, it's like coming back. It's coming back.
And then the hand, AP's hand shaking right now, boy.
It's coming back. The same way you wouldn't want to go into work and your boss be like, I'm gonna pay you less this time. Is that cool? You wouldn't say yes. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I never thought about that. That's true.
You'd be like, what the heck?
Yeah. You'd be like,
you know what I'm saying?
You tripping today.
Yeah. Bro,
I quit. Yo, calm down. Hey, don't hit me in the face.
I'm not gonna hit you. It's just adrenaline finding its way out.
That's not adrenaline.
It is adrenaline.
Oh, that's
like,
that. Oh.
Scientifically speaking, it's adrenaline finding its way out. I was talking about this.
What is it? What's that word for the adrenaline? It's run. What's the word? Flight or fight?
Yeah.
Oh, you in fight mode right now. Oh.
She's not here, so I can't. But anyways, I just imagine if this was happening in person, I probably it wouldn't have gone well. So it wouldn't have gone well, because she would have seen my face. She would have seen my face, and if anyone knows me, when they see my face, like, it's run. Like, just like, damn it, I got it. I can't stop shaking.
Yo, you done calm down, yo.
I'm cool. But I wound up like reposting her on my main page, because I was like, because this is very discouraging for other artists. Like, for an artist to give their price and have you like belittle that price, that puts them in a place of like, oh my God, my art's not good enough.
Whoa, I never thought about that.
Yeah, like my work's not worth the amount that I gave. You're like looking down on it, that sort of thing. So when you start to bargain stuff like that, like if it was something like a print, I was like, even that's not okay. Anything regarding their work is not okay. But if it was something like a print, you could be like, oh, I have $10. Can I, instead of 15 or whatever, blah, blah. It's a print, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But like, if it's something that I'm going to sit there for hours. I used to, this is stupid, like do the work before I get paid. Don't do that. Don't do that. I only ever got paid once, but don't do that. Yeah, sit here for hours to do the piece, and you're like, like, can I get that for 100 instead of 200 or something? Like that right there. And this wasn't even a lot. I think it was for like a 16 by 20, and this was lower than I usually do it. I was like, yeah, I could do it for 250 in color. And she was like, would you take 200? I was like,
Pause.
I had to put the phone down and walk away, because I was like, oh no. That's why I stopped doing commissions, because I didn't like having to do that, having to put the phone down to go calm down after interaction with somebody. I was like, no. Yes. All this to say, don't let them.
You almost like you almost let loose again on them words.
Don't let them diminish your work. You are worth whatever you think you're worth, probably more. Okay, I don't remember the start of that
conversation. You're fine. You answered it very well. Yeah. I'll just end that part with that. I think I agree with you that artists should just learn how to do business and handle business.
Yeah.
And you can make money with art. I definitely agree with that. Anime took over the world, and that's art. You feel me? That's art. You know, voice acting is considered as an art form too. You know, and when you combine that with anime, it took over the world. Like my life philosophies are based off anime. You feel me? Not anymore. That's when I was childish. When I was a kid.
Well, actually, I was like, I think they go very well. There was something I was thinking about. Rage. That's what I ended up putting on the like anger is what I ended up putting on the topics for today, or not today, but like just in general. And I was like, I think Naruto teaches a really good lesson about anger.
You
kept talking about how like you don't get angry, and I was like,
yeah, I don't get angry anymore, guys.
I don't think that's a good thing. Well, for body reasons, obviously, and psychological reasons, but like I was like, it sounds like the same thing as when Naruto was trying to keep Kurama at bay for so long.
Exactly.
And like every time Kurama leaked, he was like unmanageable.
Yes. And,
so like
that's what I went through in life. Yeah. Growing up as a kid or as a young adult, I had rage phases. In the rage phases, I ended up doing the dumbest things that I regret so much in rage phases. All the drama I've been through in my life, I triggered myself because of a rage phase. Like I got pissed, I got prideful, and I was like, "Oh, you're not gonna say this to me, boy." You know what I mean? These fingers got a little too
Twitter fingers.
You know what I mean? And then after a while, like especially my journey recently of being, spiritually aware, understanding myself, really looking back at the mistakes I made and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, being angry, I cannot do that anymore. Because angry shot is not a cool person. That person is prideful, and they will just say whatever, don't give a care of the consequences. And when the consequences come, angry shot is no longer there. Normal shot is there dealing with it. Angry shot will be like, fuck, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
That's how it is.
You know what I mean? But once you calm down, you're like, yo, what did I just do? I could have avoided all this mess if I just calmed down. And it's not even worth it. When you think about what you said and what you did in anger mode, you're like, it wasn't worth it. It was not worth it, you know? Okay, yeah. So yeah, anime. That's what I'm saying. But I would say having anime values is not bad. It's just there's certain values of anime you should watch out for instilling in yourself, which is what I did.
Like what?
Sasuke. That got me in a lot of trouble.
That wasn't even the moral of the anime. Honestly, you had to grab that yourself. You grabbed that yourself. I feel like Naruto really like overarched everything. Like when I think about Gaara really, I relate more to Gaara's story.
Really, I believe
right?
you.
And then you have like Naruto who shines a light on him. So like I could have gone the Gaara route and just been like, F everybody, I'm going to eat everyone. Yeah. I hate you all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I went the whole, it's all good, we chill and we learn and all that jazz. Yeah. But
controlling your anger, I don't think it's unhealthy. I think relieving your stress is healthy.
Yes.
People just do it in anger sometimes. You know what I mean?
Okay. Like
when you're stressed about something, you get mad. Like when a lady said lower your price, that was a stress situation. Because now you got to talk to her more. You don't want to talk to her. You release that anger.
I didn't have to talk to her. Okay. I grew up. I was like, let me talk to her. Because my first intention, I'm petty or was petty. My petty jersey is resigned, but is to leave them on red or like say totally. Have her send the money and not do the work. It's like that's very like
wow, savagery.
or do $200 work. You ask for like a 200 or a 16 by 20 like amazing portrait because that's all I create is amazing. I send it half done. That's all you paid.
Yo,
that's the level of petty.
If you sent me that, I'd be like, it's
I'm no longer at this level.
Yeah.
I have come down. I'm an adult now. And I'm like, you know what, lady? Here's why this isn't going to work for me. And she was like, good luck. And I was like, good luck to you too, lady. Anyways.
That's nice.
Yes.
We love to see growth,
Yeah. My body felt not grown, but yeah.
Yeah. It's all good. That's good, though. That's good. That's crazy.
Are we done about the art?
Yeah, I think you've been passionate for a good 15 minutes. You let them know. That girl said, listen.
I'm just trying to speak on behalf of all other artists, because I have artists hit me up all the time who's like, oh, how do you price your work? How do you feel confident enough to share your work and stuff like that? And it's that they have to run into other people like that. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone's like that. There are some people who are amazing. I've worked with some great people who are still friends with me today. Like, they're dope, and they're always hitting me up for like commissions and stuff. Them, even after I was like, I'm not doing commissions, I was like, y'all can hit me up whenever you want, because they're cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then you run into people who don't know how to talk to people. So you have, these young, innocent artists who are dealing with stuff like that. And I feel very protective of them at this point, because I'm like, watch the way you talk to them. Like, why are you talking to them like they work for you? As an artist, we're not working for you. We're working with you.
Yeah.
We're working with you. And at any point in time, I could be like, well, hopefully they paid a deposit. Keep the deposit, hand them a blank canvas, and call it a day.
Oh, wow.
Anyway.
Yo, that's crazy. You savage. But that's good advice, though. That's great advice.
Yeah, Like, I don't know. The people who are very, like, people-pleasy who do this sort of thing, that's not a good thing to have. You gotta really... No, this is my boundary. This is how much you owe me. You're going to pay me now or later, however you want to do it. And whatever.
That's true. Facts from AP, y'all. The AP art
yes.
Bible. You should art Bible
I'm
book.
done.
Teach
Art
other
Bible.
artists and navigate the art world. You can really help a lot of people that are scared to go into art.
True.
I guess.
Oh, I'll consider it.
Yeah, I'd buy that. I would have bought it
back then.
Yeah, back when I was trying to be an artist for like 8 minutes.
I'm done.
Kids, attention span,
I'm done. I feel like kids are the best people to like try to get into art, because they have all the time in the world.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But so bro, I would have made a whole anime as a kid, bro. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I always wish I got into like creating in that form, like in anime form. I feel like I could have been a whole lot better at this point, and probably like through the roof. But it's okay.
You need the webtoons. Is it webtoon? Yeah, webtoons. Yeah. A lot of webtoon artists blew up and have their own anime series now, man.
Right.
And like in my mind, I'm like, yo, that's the dream. But I suck at art, so it's okay.
You're so funny. You got it. Have you seen some art styles? There's some art styles that literally, like, especially with NFTs and stuff, like, you don't have to be the greatest.
NFTs right now. I don't want to stop.
I understand, but I'm just saying, like, you don't even have to try that hard.
That's true. Yeah, but I think I focus more on the physical art world.
True.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, it's